Hey guys, this is Jerry, welcome to the channel. Please don't mind the logo on my shirt, please don't mind the background over here. Today I'll be showing you the physical control buttons available on the BYD Shark 6. Along with that, I'll show you the interior for the steering and dashboard controls. There'll be many things to cover, so do make sure you check the timestamps down below on YouTube to skip forward if you wish to. I have done another video about this digital screen, that's the 15.6 tilting screen, whatever you want to call it. So do check the link in the description if you want to know more about the digital screen over here. Now this video will take me quite a while to go through everything. It will be really appreciated if you can subscribe and like to support this channel. Now let's get started. Alright, first thing, just on the drive door panel, you get the window control, window lock for the rear. Light on means lock the windows at the back. Light off, windows are not locked. Central locking are over here, but default setting, when you drive off, the vehicle will automatically lock all the doors. Next one, you get the wind mirror adjustment. Right, up and down, left and right. Left, up and down, left and right. Folding, press that, you can fold. Press that, that will unfold. Do remember, you can also set the vehicle to automatically fold the wind mirror when you lock the vehicle. We'll go through the steering and dashboard control later. Now we just want to focus on the gear shifter and the center console. Gear shifter, pretty simple. Press P, that will go into park. The handbrake will automatically engaged for you. If you do want to go to drive, reverse or neutral, make sure you have the foot on the brake and then go forward, that's reverse. Go backwards, that's drive. You don't have to pass neutral, you can just go all the way and all the way back. A little bit forward and release, that's neutral. A little bit forward and release, that's reverse. Backwards and release, that'll be neutral. All the way, drive. All the way forward, reverse, just like that. Next, you have volume button up and down. If you press and hold this button, you can also restart the screen. In case there's any system fault or anything like that, you can push and hold this to restart the screen. This is the on and off button for your air conditioning. This is for your front defrost. It's going to be putting it on the highest fan speed. On the left, that's hill descent control or hill descent ability. So the vehicle will hold your speed at low speed. You don't need to use the brakes when you go really deep downhill from off-road, whatever. When you engage this, you're going to see this green indication on the dashboard. Otherwise, press this to be off. Next one is the parking sensors. You can see your lights are on right now. That means the parking sensor are engaged. It's going to beep when you get close to anything. If you put the vehicle on reverse, this automatically gets on. If you do want to switch it off, press that to switch off. Next is to turn your traction control off. To turn the traction control off, press this button, go to the screen, click OK. You'll now see your traction control is off on the screen. Do remember, some of the functions will be limited. For example, your front collision warning and lane departure warning, information like that, when your traction control is off. And turn it back on, press this. That's back on. No light means it's on. Light on means it's off. When you switch the vehicle to different terrain mode, it will also switch off the traction control, by the way, in the off-road settings. The first button on the left is hazard light. Press this, hazard light will flash. And next button is EV and HEV. That's to change between the vehicle driving. When your battery is healthy, when your battery has charge, it will go into EV mode automatically. If you do not want it, you can press this to go into HEV. And you can see the indication on the top right over here. So that's HEV. Next one is the stop-start button. To start the vehicle, foot on brake, press this to start the vehicle. Pretty simple. Next one is to drop the tailgate, push and hold, and then it will say, make sure you check the surrounding environment, open the trunk door, open or close. If you do not tap anything, it will be cancelled after 30 seconds. Next one is called AutoHold. If you wish to engage and disengage the AutoHold, you have to have your seatbelt on and make sure all your doors are closed, at least from the driver's side. To engage the AutoHold, press the AutoHold on. You can see the AutoHold function will be displayed as black color letters on the dashboard. That means once you start driving, once you start moving forward, the vehicle will hold your handbrake when you come to a complete stop. Then when you are good to go, you just need to press the accelerator, the vehicle will go forward without you doing anything or without you braking or putting your foot on the brake all the time. It's very helpful in stop-start traffic. If you like it, leave it on. If you don't like it, leave it off. When the AutoHold is ready, it's going to show the black color. When the AutoHold is engaged, it's going to show green color. When the AutoHold is disengaged or anything like that, it will not show anything on the top. Disengaged, no light. Engaged, there's light. Now let's talk about the things behind the steering. On the right, you are going to find your light control over here. The small switch at the front, that's to switch on your lights, which is your standard headlights. This is automatic. This is off. Automatic, parking lights, low beam. You have small notification over here. You have indication on the left to let you know if your lights are on or off. In most cases, you just leave on auto. That's the easiest way, or switch on, switch off for you automatically. Next one is your fog lights. At this position, that means it's off. Forward position, that means the front fog lights will switch on as long as your headlights are on. Forward again, that's going to be your rear fog lights. In daytime situation, if your headlights are not on, switching this does not work at all if it's under auto. So you want to switch on your low beam or parking lights at least, then switch it forward. You can see the fog lights indication over there, and then switch forward and twist back again. That's the rear fog lights. That's how to use the fog lights. Switch forward and release, rear fog lights off, switch back, front fog lights are off. So that's the off position. Next, your indicator is pretty simple, upwards, downwards, and then if you do want to switch the flashlight, pulling it against you and hold or whatever you like. If you do want to switch on the high beam, you can push it forward when your headlights are on. Otherwise, the vehicle does have auto high beam assist. Now on the left behind the steering, these are your wiper controls. You can go down or upwards to switch on your wiper and switch off your wiper. Right now, one click down, we are at off position. You can see on the dashboard the notification. That means the wiper has been switched off. Once it's on switch off position, push it down. It's going to swipe once and then that's it. It's not going to swipe anymore. Then go upwards by one click. It will be on automatic wiping, just like that. Under the automatic wiping, you can use this switch, go forward and backwards. You can see auto 4 or auto 3 on your dashboard. Pretty simple. Auto 1 means the lowest sensitivity, auto 4 means the highest sensitivity on your rain sensing. Next, if you keep going up by another click, it's going to be on low speed. It will be set speed. It's not rain sensing anymore, just like that. And keep going up, it will be on high speed, just like that. Again, no rain sensing anymore. Otherwise, drop it to auto. This is probably the place you want to leave it just as it is. If you wish to watch the front windscreen, pull and towards. If you wish to watch the front windscreen, pull and hold towards you, just like that. It will switch on just like that. That's pretty much it for the windscreen wiper. Now we're back on the steering control. Up and down is for the volume control. Left and right is for your track or music stations. Push down is to mute the music. Up here, the menu button allows you to change the dashboard, which we are going to talk about soon. This is to answer the phone call. I believe press and hold should be hang up the phone calls. This is to engage the voice command. Single press or short press is to engage the built-in BYD assistance. If you have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto connected, push and hold, you can enable the Siri command on your Apple CarPlay or Android Auto and the Google Assistance for your command. On the left part, this is your menu button where you can control the panel on the left. Again, I'll talk about that soon. This is to switch on your 360 view camera, just like that. Press that again, switch off. Pretty simple. This is to start the cruise control. So there are quite a few ways to start the cruise control. What you want to do, when you start driving the vehicle, you can press this to get the cruise control on or off. Once the cruise control is on, into the ready position, you can use this control over here to push it down. Downwards means set. It will set at your current or on-time driving speed, whether your speed is 80, 100, whatever. If your speed is less than 30 kilometers, the lowest set speed will be set on 30. After setting the speed, you can go up and down. A small short click, just like this, is to increase or decrease by 1 unit, 1 kilometers per hour or 1 miles, depends on where you are. If you push and hold, the increased amount should be 10 kilometers per hour. I might be wrong, but let me know in the comment. And once you set the cruise control, if you do want to cancel it, you can just apply the brake or press this button to cancel. If you do apply the brake to cancel or press this button to cancel, you can push up to resume again. So it will be resumed to your last set cruise control as long as the vehicle has not been switched off. Then to change the distance between you and the front vehicle, since it's got a radar cruise control, this button is to decreasing the distance, this button is to increase the distance. You can see the distance change on your dashboard. Do remember in the vehicle screen, under the vehicle, under the ADAS, under the driving assist, you are able to switch on and switch off the intelligent cruise control. Even if you switch that off, you still have adaptive cruise control, but the intelligent cruise control just means the vehicle will also help you to steer in the right center when the landmarking is accurate, following the front vehicle. Now, two more buttons underneath. One is the touring mode, one is the driving or on-road mode. Switch up and down, you can change to sport, normal or eco. Do remember you have the small display on the top if you forget what mode you are driving. Under here, that's your terrain mode. Quite cool thing is when you change to a sand mode, everything will be changed at the background. When you change to snow mode, it will change. To mountain mode, it will change as well. So that's how to change the four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive mode. Using this switch, that will go back to the normal or eco or on-road mode, just like that. Now we are going on the screen. This is how the screen display panel looks like right now. Your screen may look a little bit different, depends on your setup and things like that. Generally speaking, on the top, these are kind of permanently displayed. Your direction of the driving direction. This is the time display, this is the drive mode. Again, eco, normal, whatever, or even terrain mode. OK means the vehicle is on, the vehicle is driving OK. And then the 30 kilometers max and also the 5 kilometers. 30 kilometers max, that just means when you start setting the cruise control, your speed, based on your speed right now, it's going to be set 30 or any over speed or whatever. 5 kilometers per hour, that means the speed sign recognition. When you pass by an area that says 60, this will change to 60, 100, this will change to 100. 0 kilometers per hour, this is your on-time driving speed. Steering control function is over here. That means your ICC is on, your parking gear is on, or drive gear is on over here. EV or HEV will be displayed on the top. Temperature for the exterior, parking brake, seatbelt reminder, and some other additional assistance packages like your blind spot detection, automatic headlights, things like that will be displayed over here. In the center, these will show your driving assistance packages like your adaptive cruise control, lane departure, that will be displayed over here. Now, if you go to the left bottom of this part, this will show your range to empty combined with both battery and the power on the petrol motor or petrol tank. You can see 31%, 333 k's to go. Now, for your battery percentage, there are a couple ways you can show. Right now, it's showing in percentage. You can also show the range. So in your vehicle setting, you want to click the vehicle or click the settings from other places. Under the vehicle, you want to go to energy. Under the energy, swipe down under the energy management. You want to go energy display at the moment. It's state of charge, SOC. If I click mileage, you see it's about 8 kilometers left on the charge. That's to 25%, by the way, as the lowest charge is going to be 25%. You can also do a range display mode to standard or dynamic. Dynamic means based on your driving, based on your consumption, it's going to calculate your average case based on how aggressive or how soft you drive over the past trips and things like that. If you do standard, that will also fluctuate just like that. It'll fluctuate to 7, but dynamic, it'll fluctuate to 8, just like that. That means our driving has been pretty good. It's better than the standard range. So that's how to change the display on the left. Now, on your right, this will show you the kilowatts you are putting into the power and things like that. Once you start driving, there will be more, of course. Odometer shows 803 kilometers. That's the total range. To change this particular digital display, there are a couple ways. One way is a better way or quick way. It's on the right side of your indicator. Press this, change to trip A, trip B, trip HEV. So the vehicle has been driving on HEV for about 200 k's. Trip EV, pure EV driving, is 600 k's. After that, press that, go back to odometer. That's the total odometer. In case you want to reset, let's say you want to reset the trip B, press and hold on this, you can reset this particular trip B, just like that. Another way to change the information is under the vehicle setting, under the instrument cluster, under here, it's always display mileage. You can do odometer, trip HEV, trip A, and things like that. Then these will change. But the easiest way is actually just press the button on the side. That will change this anyway. Now, on your right, on your left, there are two display panels that you can personalize. You want to use this button and this button over here to change whatever you like on the left and on the right. Press the right button, it will change in between different displays. For example, the timer, you can start pressing OK to go into the timer in sport mode, long press OK to entry. You can do the music, you can see what the music stations you're listening to. You can see turn on navigation first and things like that. Under this navigation, you can actually see the navigation panels on the right. So what we want to do, go into the vehicle setting again, go into the vehicle, go into the instrument cluster. There is an instrument navigation display. If you switch it off, it's not going to show anything. It just says off. That's it. Simple. If we do simple, that will show quick guidance over here. It says 200 meters ahead and drive right to Manicold Road. Anything like that will be displayed over here. Alternatively, if you do full screen on the navigation display, it's going to pop up like this. So that's going to be a nice full navigation display for you. So you can see all the information in front of you, where the digital speedo and some of the driving controls will be displayed on the top instead of right in the center. And to go out of the navigation, simply press this. You can go out of the navigation to other screens, or simply press off or simple on the other side. So press this, it'll go to other screens. Again, over here, that's the speed limit. Now for the panel on the left, this is the button we want to use to control the panel on the left. Single click, you can again see the dots on the left. You can see your fuel consumption, charging capacity. You can even long press this to reset those numbers if you wish. Click again, you can see the tire pressure monitoring system. You can see the past 50 Ks for the average consumption. Again, the vehicle has been sitting stationary with me for quite some time. Do not worry about that. You can see the liters per 100 Ks and also the kilowatts hour per 100 Ks on the past run. You can even see the LPK. I'm not sure what that means. Please tell me in the comment. Otherwise, that goes the fuel consumption again. So that's how the display looks like on the dashboard. There is also a couple more information you can adjust, which is still in the center of the settings. Click the vehicle over here, click the instrument cluster. You can change the brightness, lower or higher. You can see that changes on your right of the panel. Along with that, under the vehicle, under the settings, under the display, you can also change the mode. You can do dark mode. Both of the screens will be dark mode. So that permanent dark mode, light mode, both of the screen will be light mode permanently. Auto mode, that means both of the screen will automatically change based on your headlights. If it's dark outside, it will be dark mode. If it's bright outside, it will be bright mode. Alright, that's the end of this quick tutorial. Do remember, I've done a full tutorial on this digital display for the 15.6-inch display, so check the other content on the channel if you want a full tutorial on that particular panel. I hope you found the video helpful. The best way to support the channel is to subscribe and like. Thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next video.